Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I just wanted to share with you guys my experience with doing the keto diet while you're breastfeeding. The keto diet is super popular right now, and I've actually done it twice. Once when I was breastfeeding, and now I am on it again. I think I've been on it for a couple of months now. So I'm probably going to break up my keto journey in several videos so that you guys don't have to sit through one long video. But today specifically I'm going to talk about being on the keto diet while you're breastfeeding. Before we go into the video, I just want to start out by saying please do not do the keto diet while you're breastfeeding unless you have consulted your doctor. I am not endorsing doing the keto diet while you are breastfeeding. I am simply stating my journey and basically what I went through when I was on the keto diet while breastfeeding. So again, please do not do this diet without consulting your doctor if you are breastfeeding, and especially if you are pregnant. Okay, so I breastfed my daughter for maybe a little over a year. When I first decided to try the keto diet, it actually wasn't too popular. There wasn't really a lot of recipes out there. There wasn't a lot of people doing it. I didn't really know too much about it. But the reason that I decided to try it is because since I was breastfeeding, I needed a diet that I could still eat the calories that I needed to eat and still lose weight. So the keto diet allowed me to eat a good amount of calories. You need about 2,000 when you're breastfeeding, but still have the ability to lose my baby weight. I needed to lose, I think, about 20 pounds to get back to my pre-baby weight. This isn't my first time being pregnant. This was actually my second pregnancy. So the first time I was pregnant, I tried a different diet. It was more like an intermittent fasting diet. But I did that after I was breastfeeding. So this time I was trying to lose the weight while I was still breastfeeding, and I needed something that was going to be a lot healthier with a lot more calories. So as I mentioned, I decided to do the keto diet because I could eat the amount of calories that I needed and still lose weight. What the keto diet is, if you're not too familiar, is in a nutshell, basically you eat a lot of fat and not a lot of carbs. There's a lot of calculators out there that can help you to calculate the amount of carbs you need versus the amount of fats you need, and also protein as well. That's really healthy. So if you're gonna be a stickler about being on the keto diet, I suggest you use one of those calculators. For me personally, I did a lot of research before I started the keto diet. It's not necessarily recommended that you do this keto diet while you're breastfeeding unless you consult your doctor. For me, I did a ton of research on my own about the keto diet and how many calories you need, how many calories you could eat, how many fats you needed, the types of recipes. Because I was breastfeeding, I did not do the keto diet very strict, meaning that I ate a lot more carbs than they recommend that you eat on the keto diet. And the reason I did that is because I read an article, and I can't remember where I found the article. If I find it, I'll link it down below for you guys. But I found an article saying that there was someone who went to the hospital because they ate too few carbs while they were breastfeeding. So that scared me a little bit, and so I would say I ate about 60 to 80 carbs per day, around that amount. That's way over probably what I should have been eating. With my weight then, I probably should have been eating about 30 or 40 carbs per day, so that's over what I should have been eating. But I wanted to make sure I was really safe, and I wanted to make sure I wasn't compromising my milk supply for my baby. So I made sure that I went about that as properly as I could. Another thing that I did was I made sure that I ate a lot of vegetables. There's not a lot of people that are on the keto diet who are really advocating for the vegetables, but I know for me, I need veggies to stay healthy and to feel good, so I made sure that I ate a lot of leafy greens. I usually just make a green smoothie, so I always incorporated that into the diet. Another thing that I did a little differently when I was on keto, when I was breastfeeding, is I was really careful about what types of fats I had. So I didn't really eat a lot of pork and things like that. Just a lot of chicken and turkey meat, even though they recommend beef because there's more fat in it. The way that I added fats healthily, since I was eating leaner meats, is using coconut oil, using olive oil, cooking with the grass-fed butter. So those things I use to kind of add fat back into my food, since I wasn't eating heavy fat red meat. And I really just don't like red meat in general. I don't like how it digests in my body, so I prefer not to eat a lot of red meat, and that's just my personal preference, but that's just another thing that I did differently. One thing that I made sure that I did was I made sure that I ate at least 2,000 calories per day, because that's what they recommend when you're breastfeeding. It does depend on your weight too, but that's what I needed to eat to make sure that I produced enough breast milk. I noticed if I dipped under that 2,000 calories that my milk supply wasn't as good, so I tried to stay at the 2,000 calorie mark. I wasn't always able to do it because, as a lot of people know, if you are on the keto diet, you feel very full. So it actually is hard to eat a lot because of all the fats you're eating. It makes you feel fuller. So I wasn't always able to get that 2,000 calorie mark, but I tried to as best as I could. Since I was eating 2,000 calories a day, I always made sure that I exercised. I just really did, at that point, I did light cardio. As far as how I felt on the keto diet when I was breastfeeding, at the beginning I was really sick. And some people call that like the keto flu or whatever, and I didn't know if I was going to be able to stay on the diet. After about a few days, I started to feel normal again, so I was able to stay on the diet, but it was a big adjustment for my body to get used to. One of the things I did do is I realized I wasn't eating enough carbs because I was breastfeeding, and I did need those carbs. So as I started to add a little bit more of the carbs, my body felt a little bit better. So even though I added more carbs than is recommended on the keto diet, on a very strict keto diet, I actually was able to lose weight. The reason I decided to do the keto diet in the first place while I was still breastfeeding is because we were going on vacation to Florida, and I didn't want all the baby weight while we were taking family vacation pictures. I didn't lose all the baby weight in the time frame that I needed, but I lost, I believe, 15 pounds, and I needed to lose 20, so I was only 5 pounds away. I did not stay on the keto diet when we were on vacation. I had never intended to stay on the keto diet while I was on vacation, and I didn't think that I was going to gain all of the weight back because this was not really my first time dieting, and usually I'm able to diet and keep the weight off. I don't usually need to do maintenance. Unfortunately, with the keto diet, that's not the case. You do need to stay on the keto diet to maintain your weight loss. So that is technically for any diet that you do, but me personally, I never had to maintain a diet in order to keep my weight off. So that was a first for me. That's not anything against the keto diet. It's honestly probably just because I'm getting older. So if you want to maintain your weight loss after you've done the keto diet, you have to make sure that you stay on your keto diet. There's a lot of websites that can help you out on how to maintain keto and keep your weight in maintenance. So I gained almost all the weight back. And I decided not to go back on the keto diet. I didn't gain all the weight back, so I just decided to maintain the weight that I was when I came back from Florida. Just because I really didn't look that bad, and I was in good shape, and I exercised and things like that. So I just decided not to go back on the diet, and that I would focus on just breastfeeding. And I decided that once I was done breastfeeding, then I would revisit the diet again. So that was my experience on the keto diet while I was breastfeeding. Like I said, when I first did this diet the first time, there wasn't a lot of information on it. There wasn't a lot of recipes. There wasn't all these Instagrams and blogs about keto. So I really didn't have as much help as I do now. And like I said, I'll do more videos about my journey now. It's a lot better and a lot easier. It was really difficult doing the keto diet the first time. Now the keto diet is a breeze. There's so many recipes. There's so many blogs and Instagram influencers who do the keto diet, so it's a lot easier for me now than it was then. But as I said, I did lose weight from it. I lost 15 pounds in probably 3 months, so it didn't even take that long. Even though I didn't do a strict keto diet, it was a very loose version of the keto diet, but it still worked for me. So that was my experience doing the keto when I was breastfeeding. If you guys have any more questions, make sure you comment down below. Make sure that you hit that subscribe button if you want to hear more about my keto journey right now. I'll do some more videos. Like I said, I didn't want you guys to sit through one long video, so I will do these videos and break them up. Again, if you're going to do the keto diet when you're breastfeeding, please consult your doctor first. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.